Cheers! In this video, I'm going to show you how to fill your sales calendar so fast you'll need to hire more reps. And I'm going to tell you how to use YouTube to do that because YouTube is 100% inbound. And the best part about this is that prospects come to you pre-sold. So you don't have to do any objection handling. I mean, you still have to, but like you don't have to do objection handling to the extent that you do when you cold email someone or cold DM someone or whatever, right? And I scaled my channel Developer Pro to 24,000 subs and made 7 figures selling high ticket coaching. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. YouTube has been my engine for the past 6 years, and now I'm applying to the same now I'm applying the same inbound content system to B2B and B2C coaches, consultants, and service providers who want predictable, qualified calls on autopilots. I would also add to this people who are selling a SaaS, because you can use YouTube to educate your audience regarding how to use your software. And Instantly is doing a really good job when it comes to this. They have a YouTube channel where they teach people how to use their software. They are teaching people how, or they are showing to people how others have success with Instantly, and that's raising the value of Instantly. Anyway, all roads lead to YouTube. So if you're not on YouTube, you are invisible to most of your market, and every day you start from zero. And you know what I'm talking about, right? New DMs, new emails, new reels, new ads. There is no compounding mechanism. Like, there's no way a reel that you post 3 years ago is gonna bring you clients today. It's not possible unless they scroll to find whatever you said 3 years ago that's gonna convince them to buy something from you. It doesn't work like that. But with YouTube, you post a video today, and then 5 years from now, that same video is gonna bring you a client. Okay? So if you do any of these DMs, emails, reels, ads, every serious prospect will search your name plus your service after you send them, after you do the outreach to them, right? And if they find your competitors' videos, instead of yours, they'll buy from them, even if their service is worse, right? So I want to show you something just so you can understand how this process actually works. If I go back a little bit, I'm afraid I've been a bit messy. All right, so let's say you are big on Instagram. I have a bunch of clients that are quite big on Instagram and they are using ManyChat, right? Some of them are not on YouTube yet, but if they are on YouTube, they are using ManyChat, and they are sending a YouTube video that they just created. Then the prospect becomes a subscriber, and the prospect then books a call, and then 45% of the times the prospect is going to buy something from my client. Very simple. Now, cold DM. I actually got one of my clients, multiple clients, but one in particular told me that after I sent the cold DM, they saw the YouTube video in my bio, they became a subscriber, then they booked a call, then they bought. Okay? Another use case could be you are sending cold email and you're doing a bunch of objection handling in the call. You know how it is. People don't know who you are and they don't want to buy from you. Who could blame them? Well, after you finish the call, you send them a link to your YouTube channel. Then they can find a video there that can help them solve your problem. Maybe they can see a testimonial. Maybe they can see how you explain your unique mechanism. They become a subscriber, and then after a couple of months, they say, you know what, Johnny, fuck it, I want to buy from you because you know your shit. And now the best part is, if you're running ads either for yourself or for your customers or whatever, people will see the ad and they will be like, who the fuck is this guy? Then they will search you up on YouTube. They will see that you have a bunch of content there, that you know what you're talking about, that you are an expert in your field. They'll become a subscriber, and then they'll book a call. In fact, this happened to me many times. In the beginning, I wasn't using Hyros, and I was running ads on YouTube. And for some reason, my ads funnel wasn't converting at all. And I was thinking that my ads are broken, that my funnel is broken, that my VSL was broken, that my webinar back in the day was broken. But in fact, what was happening was that people were watching the webinar or they were seeing the ad. Then they were searching me up on YouTube or on Google. and then they bought through the organic funnel. Okay, what's happening with my camera? What the hell? Okay, my camera is back. And I had a huge influx of booked calls for my through my organic channel or through my organic funnel, and I had no idea why until I installed Hyros, and then I was able to see that people were seeing my ad, then they were going through the YouTube funnel, etc., etc. Obviously, some of them were telling me, but then I was able to see with data, right? Now, how the inbound YouTube sales system works. You have no ads, no cold DMs, and YouTube is a salesman that books calls for you on autopilot. The crazy part is that you don't need a lot of subscribers or views to make it work. This channel last week made me 10K, one payment plan plus one PIF, and I didn't have to do any objection handling whatsoever. I mean, one of the guys told me, like, you should have just told me the price through email and I would have done it, you know? So it's crazy. On top of that, videos you post today will still bring you clients 3 to 4 years from now. Can't say the same about email, IG, LinkedIn, or ads, okay? Now, the core philosophy behind your channel is that your channel has to address every stage of buyer awareness. So prospects binge your videos and arrive at calls already knowing who you are, what you sell, your proof, and why you are the safest choice. Now, let's talk about buyer awareness. I've made here another little graphic. I hope you'll appreciate it. So we have unaware at the top, then we have problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware. Now, unaware means they don't know they have the problem, right? Fitness coach, why most diets fail after 30 days. Then you can talk about mindset, and my camera is gone again. Then I'm gonna keep going. Then we have financial advisor, 3 money mistakes that cost entrepreneurs millions, or why 90% of businesses waste their ad budget. As you can see, these titles apply to literally any person. It doesn't matter if they are 1 week in their fitness journey or let's say 6 months in, okay? Because people are still wondering why their diet is not working, or it doesn't matter how much money you are making every month. I mean, it matters because we are talking about people who are making millions. But this is targeting a huge range of people. It doesn't matter if there are people who are selling courses, services, SaaS, etc., etc. It applies to everyone. And everyone is wondering what are those 3 money mistakes they are making, right? Then we have problem aware. They know the problem, but not the solution, right? They know they have to do cardio, but they don't know why it isn't working. Or they are making money, let's say, but they cannot keep it, right? Or they cannot get enough cash flow. For example, you are spending a lot of money on ads and you are barely breaking even because you are only selling payment plans, right? So then you can talk about how you need to fix your positioning, your offer, etc., etc. Then we have solution aware. So they know the solution exists, but not you. So we can talk about best macro tracking strategy for fat loss, you know, or how profit first accounting works. And then you can talk about how you implemented it, and they get to know you and your business, if that makes sense. Then we have product aware. They know you, but need proof you are the best. So this is where testimonials come into play, or case studies where you explain a system or a mechanism, you know. And then we have most aware, which are people ready to buy, just need that final push. And then again, these are explicitly testimonials with direct call to actions, okay? Now, why this works is because we are targeting top of funnel content and bottom of funnel content. So top of funnel content captures attention from a broad audience. Example, how to start a business in 2024, how to be productive, how to be more masculine, how to get dates, you know, how to look better, etc., etc. Everyone is asking that. And then we have bottom of funnel content, which converts attention into booked calls. Examples, case studies, testimonials, deep dives into unique mechanisms, etc., etc. Now, there is a slight distinction when it comes to top of funnel content, when it comes to B2C versus B2B. For B2C top of funnel content, you need to design it towards selling the lifestyle. So the Rolex, the Lambo, the Ferrari, the Dubai lifestyle, the Miami lifestyle, the perfect body, perfect relationship, hanging out with your kids, being the best at sim racing, traveling to football events, traveling all over the world, going to Bali, and then training Muay Thai in Thailand. This is what attracts B2C. Okay, so if you are selling some sort of BizOp where you teach people how to get into remote sales, or you teach people how to become a content creator or whatever, you need to sell the lifestyle. For B2B, top of funnel, you have to talk about numbers. You have to be very insightful when it comes to giving away your value, if that makes sense. Okay, and the best content shows what, why, when, and then people pay you for how. I have a very particular set of skills. I like to say this. I'm a developer, and in my niche, developers give away literally everything. They are showing people exactly how to write each line of code and blah, blah, blah. And then most developers, I would say 99% of developers, cannot make a sale even if their life depends on it. Actually, I have right now a client that I work with. He started last week, and he is extremely smart, but he's giving away all the information for free. So now what we need to do with his content is to stop giving away so much info, because people have no reason to buy from him because he's giving away the how. So we need to design his content so he talks about the what, why, and when. Okay? And then for bottom of funnel, again, I said this is going to convert attention into booked calls, testimonials, case studies, etc., etc. Now, my strategy that works really well is to start with bottom of funnel content, so you can build trust, proof, and authority quickly. Now you'll have client case studies, you'll have unique mechanism deep dives. Tell people how you are sending 1,000 cold emails per day. Show that. Tell people how you are sending 250 cold DMs on IG per day. Show people why your particular way of texting girls is better than others, like, so on and so forth. Tell people why the protocol that you're using to lose weight is better than theirs or your competitors, and make it make sense, if that makes sense, because it's your unique mechanism, so it has to make sense. And then we have how to breakdowns, again, case studies, etc., etc. And then once you have that, I would say once you have a library of 30 to 50 videos, then you are ready to create top of funnel content and try to attract as many people as possible into your world. Now, I want to talk about something here before I go into the results and whatnot. I want to talk about cadence, because this is super important. Now, there will be people out there that are selling a YouTube course, or they have an agency that will help you with ideation, thumbnails, editing, blah, blah. It's going to cost you $5,000 a month or whatever. And they will create everything with ChatGPT, by the way. So none of your content is going to be original. And they will tell you that you don't need to work that hard. You can just post a video a week, and you just press play on the camera and whatever, and then you'll make money, right? That's what they'll say in their marketing. And then when you buy the stuff, you realize it's not like that. Now, the reality of things is the cadence should be as often as possible. So you're a business owner, you're already making some money, right? You're making at least $10,000, $20,000 per month, and you understand that business is about numbers. Now, if you post a video every week, you'll post 52 videos in a year, okay? Now, if you post a video every day, you don't have to do that, but I'm just giving you an explanation. If you're posting a video every day, like I did, then you'll have 365 data points, 7 times more data points than the person who's posting once a week. Now, you will be in front of people 7 times more often. You are more likely to find out what video is going to get you views. You are more likely to find what video is going to get you sales. So then you always need to lean on the volume side. Like Hormozi says it's best, like volume beats pretty much everything. Like imagine this, like if you're running ads, do you think you'll find the results faster if you spend $100 a day versus $5 a day? Of course. But just people don't think that it works the same with content. Like, the more content you put out there, the more money you'll be making. It's as simple as that. And this is kind of a really good strategy. Post videos every day. You don't have to have fancy equipment. I'm literally using Google Docs, Loom. This is my iPhone connected through this feature that Apple has and whatever. I have a very basic light that's like $100. I have a very basic mic. You don't need fancy equipment. And the result is that you're gonna get prospects that already trust you before booking, see you as the only logical choice, and convert at 2-3 times your current close rate, which is absolutely insane. So LinkedIn close rate from cold DMs for me was 5% versus YouTube converting at 45%. That's fucking 9 times more. And you would say, oh, 5% is very low on LinkedIn. That's true, but we tested 2 DM frameworks, one where we were sending the YouTube channel and one where we didn't send the YouTube channel. Whenever we didn't send the YouTube channel, the close rate was 0%. We tried it, I think, for 40 calls, and my closer couldn't close anyone, okay? And my closer is really good. So you'll get fully booked without chasing prospects, and you'll need to hire more sales reps to handle the volume, because when I started my business, I was doing cold outreach and it was very slow. But when I started going all in on YouTube, I started getting 80 to 90 calls a month just from YouTube. So I had to hire a sales rep. And then he took this off of my plate because I fucking hate sales. Anyway, so if you want me to help you with your YouTube channel, with your Instagram, with your sales page, with your offer, with anything that comes to setting up this info business that's going to get you to 7 figures, there is a link in the description, and I want you to book a call with me. This is not for people who are beginners. Like, if you don't have testimonials, if you don't have a proven offer, if you do not have a YouTube channel that you're posting consistently, or if you don't have an Instagram account, if you are a nobody, this call is not for you. Please don't even bother. But if you want to take your business to the next level and make multiple 5 figures a month, click on the first link and let's partner up and let's make some fucking money. Peace.